Hi everyone, my name is Adrian and welcome to the fourth video in my beginner's guide on passive income investing. In this video, I'll show you how to open your own brokerage account and take you on a quick tour of the one I use. If you do your banking online, which is basically everyone I know except for my grandparents, then you could do this also. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is choose an institution where you'll have your account. Now, if you're already with a particular bank and do most of your banking with them, I strongly suggest you choose that institution for your brokerage account if they offer it. The 5 major banks in Canada do, and there's a good chance you're already a customer of one. I suggest this for a couple of reasons. First off, there's very little difference between the brokerage accounts and how they work, especially for us, where we won't be doing much besides buying stocks and tracking them. Other reasons are less paperwork when you open your account and more convenience. So since they already have your information in their system, it's typically easier to open an account with them. Sometimes you could even do it over the phone instead of going in person. In terms of convenience, it's much simpler and much more efficient to move your money around. Don't forget, when you get the passive income, you might want access to that money consistently like myself, because I use it every month to pay off all my bills and living expenses. In terms of cost, like opening a bank account, it's completely free. The only fee you pay is when you buy a stock. Luckily, because of all the competition between these different banks and financial institutions and the increase in popularity of do-it-yourself investing, the fees have decreased and many firms offer new clients promotional offers, like a certain amount of free trades or even bonus cash, kind of like when you sign up for a new credit card. I mean, all these companies are fighting for your business, so it's normal. So what are the questions it will ask you when you apply to open a brokerage account? Well, all the basics like your information, employment details, social insurance number, etc. Same as opening a bank account. In addition, they will also ask you what type of brokerage account. Keep in mind there are 3 major ones you could open in Canada. A regular cash account, a TFSA account or tax-free savings account, or an RRSP account, registered retirement savings plan. Both the TFSA and RRSP are registered accounts and the cash one is not. So registered accounts, by the way, are accounts that have tax advantage implications because they're registered with the government. Now, if you're in the US watching this, TFSA and RRSP is comparable to a 401k or a Roth IRA. These types of accounts are typically used to save for retirement or save money in general for the long term. So there's a limit on how much money you could put in each one. So as a beginner, don't worry about those 2 accounts right now. Just open a regular cash account. You could always open them later on, or if you already have a TFSA or RRSP account with another institution, you could just transfer those funds to the same institution where you have your brokerage account, if you so choose, like I did, as I wanted to manage all my money all in one place. So I will cover TFSAs and RSP accounts a lot more in depth in another video, as they are very important topics if you're a Canadian resident. So another thing that they're going to ask you is if you will be needing a margin account or need margin. This is where you get basically a line of credit from the institution so you could invest with that money. Please, I'm begging you, say no to that. You should never ever borrow money to invest. It could be very dangerous and you pay interest, so stay away. You want to make interest, not pay it to someone else. The last thing they will ask you, and you'll probably scratch your head over, is if you will be trading options. Just say no for now. Options trading is a whole other ball game, and I actually only know the very basics of it. As a passive income investor, we don't really deal with options trading. It's typically another way traders or active investors make money, or lose money for that matter. We buy dividends paying securities and hold them, that's it. Either way, you could always just enable options trading down the line. So let's check out the brokerage accounts of the 5 big Canadian banks so we could piece all this information together. And after that, I'll take you on a tour of my brokerage account. So if you're a Canadian resident like I am, most probably you have a bank account with one of the 5 big banks in Canada. So there's RBC, there's TD Bank, Scotiabank, BMO, and CIBC. So you can see here the RBC one, it's called Direct Investing. The TD one's called Web Broker, that's the one I use. Scotiabank has iTrade, BMO has InvestorLine, and so on. And you could see here in the BMO one, the different types of accounts that I was just discussing. So you have your TFSA, your RRSP, which are both registered accounts, and there's the cash account, which is non-registered. That's the one I suggest to go for first. And there's other accounts, including, which I told you to stay away from, a margin account. That's where you get a line of credit to purchase stocks. So that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to show you some examples. So go ahead and choose your institution, open an account so we could start buying stocks and start making money. Alright guys, so let me log in to my brokerage account so I could take you on a quick tour of how it works and how it looks like. So once you log in, you'll get to your home page. At the top, you'll see how the stock market is doing. This one is the Canadian index. These are the US index, and you'll also have gold and oil prices. Your total account balance is self-explanatory, how much your account is worth right now. A little graph of how you're doing in the last month. And as you can see, I'm doing not that great, but it's completely normal because I'm making this video during the coronavirus, where the stock market is taking a pretty big hit. So if you scroll down here, this is where you'll have your account. So I have all three, my cash account, my tax-free savings account, and my retirement account, all with TD, all in one place. But if you would only see this one here, cash, if you would open a cash account. So there's other stuff you can see here. There's just the headlines of the day. And at the bottom is your top movers of the day. So TD lists 5. So these 5 companies are basically making the most gain or loss today in terms of account value. So as you can see, they're all up today. So today's a pretty good day overall in the stock market. All right, so you click on your cash account here. This is where you have where you'll be most of the time in your brokerage account. So it'll show you all the stocks that you have. So let's take this one for example. It's called a Dividend 15 Split Corporation. So it'll tell you how many shares you have. I have 500 shares, what the price is right now, what the average cost that you paid. So I paid a little bit higher for this. So right now the shares are worth $41.50. That's the market value. The book cost is how much I paid for the share. So as you can see, it's a bit higher, and that's why I have right now a loss on this stock of $944. Now it's important to remember that this is an unrealized, that's why it says unrealized loss. We don't really care about these numbers. Some of them, as you can see, are green, some of them are red more than others. We don't care. These numbers actually change every 5 minutes with the stock price. And last but not least, you'll see here how much percent is it of your portfolio. If we click on the activities tab, this is where you see basically your activities for the day. So, and all your dividends come in. So the last dividend payment I got was for a company called Enbridge, which is the biggest energy company in Canada. Here it says dividend, 103 shares, which equals, my payment was $83.43. And I just left it in the account for now. I didn't transfer it to my bank account yet. That's why I have a cash balance of exactly $83.43. Well, next tab I want to check out is called the gain and loss tab. This is where you could actually see how you're doing, how much dividend money you made so far. So this is year to date. You could always change it and see how much for every given year. So as of now, I made $32.56 in dividends and $262 in interest. So what exactly is interest? Well, it's basically dividends. It's the same thing, except some companies, it's not considered dividends, it's considered interest. It's really rare, but if you combine these two numbers together, you'll basically get the amount of dividends that you get for the year so far. And the next tab I want to check out is the most exciting one. It's called projected income. This is where the application is basically telling you how much money you're going to be making in the future. So here you'll have a little summary. So the 12-month projected income is $19,200, which translates to a monthly average of $1,600. Now some months you'll get more money than others, and that's completely normal, because don't forget, some companies it's not all companies that give their dividend every month. Some of them give them every 3 months. So that's why there's a little fluctuation. So if you scroll down, you could see every single stock that you have in your portfolio and what the total amount of money you'll get per year. So for example, this one, Financial 15 Split Corporation, I'll get $889. I have 590 shares, and you could even see the breakdown by month. And as you could see, since this one gives a payout monthly, I'll get the money every month. In the one here, for example, the total is higher, but I'm not getting the payment monthly. I'm getting it every 3 months because it's a quarterly dividend. So I'll get it in April, and then 3 months later in July, and then 3 months later in October, and so forth. So another thing I want to show you is how the watch list works. This is where you're going to be monitoring and watching your stocks, so it's very important. So with TD, you have access to 10 watch lists, and in each watch list, you could watch up to 10 stocks. So you could rename them. I renamed them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., just so they appear in order, and I watch them in I monitor them by sector. So my watch list 6, I'm watching utility stocks, and 7, I'm watching telco and insurance stocks, and in watch list 8, I'm watching banks. So this is pretty cool because you could quickly see what the dividend yields is for each company. So for example, let's click on this one here. Another window will open where you'll see the fundamentals of the stock, which is what we want to see, because the fundamentals of the stock is always the dividend information. So here you have what the dividend is and the yield, which is the most important thing. This is the annual yield. So this one, let's say you invest today, you're making 5.20%. If we click on the next one, it's 6.49%, etc., etc. So this gives you a quick view of what the dividend is for each company. Of course, if you want to dig a little bit deeper, you could always click on overview, and the bigger picture will show up on the individual company. So for your income taxes at the end of the year, you would go in the document section, so accounts, documents. I'll just show you very quickly, and you click on tax documents. So here you see the tax year 2019. So already some documents are coming out because it's March now in 2020. So these documents, I'm not an accountant. I don't do my own taxes. So what I normally do is just download these documents and give them to my accountant. So as you can see here, you have everything you need to give to your accountant in order to complete your taxes. So the last thing I want to show you is the convenience part of having your bank account and everything combined. So basically I have my bank account with TD as well. So if I just click on this button here, it'll actually bring me to my bank account, my online banking. And then if I want to go back, I could just click back on web broker. You see all the accounts that I have, the TFSA, the RSP, and the cash account. So you click on any one of these and you'll actually just go back to your broker account. It's fantastic. It's all linked together. The same goes for if you want to transfer some money. So let's go back to my cash account where I currently have a cash balance of $83.43. So let's say I want to deposit this in my bank account. Well, all you do is go to account, cash transfers. You select your cash account, and you can see here the balance is $83.43. And let's say you want to deposit into your bank account. All you got to do, put $83.43, click confirm, and bang, you just deposited $83.43 in your bank account. So now if we refresh it, this cash balance is 0. If we log into our bank account, which is linked, it was $677 and now it's $760 because I just deposited the money. So it's that easy. In terms of buying a stock, I'll just show you real quick. It's very, very easy. So you would just click on any stock here. Let's say we want to buy some Canopy Growth, which is a marijuana company. So you would just click on buy, and let's say, I don't know, you have $2,500 to invest, and you want to buy 100 shares of this company because it's $24.29. You just put the amount here, click on preview order, and this is the estimated total, how much it's going to cost you. So 100 shares times whatever the price was, which was about $24. And you can see here the fee is $9.99. So that's a one-time fee that you're paying to buy the shares from the corporation. Not from the corporation, sorry, from the broker. And then you click send order. I'm not going to do it right now because I have no money available, but you would click send order and that's it. The stock is basically bought and you have it in your account. So that's basically it, guys. It's just a quick tour of the application. It does take some practice. This is just the very basics, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is. Alright guys, so you open your broker account and know the basics of how it works. You're now ready to invest and finally make some passive income. The next logical questions are, how do I find these dividend paying stocks? How do I buy one? What happens after I buy it? How do I get my dividend money? So in the next and final video of this series, I'll show you just that. You'll see the different ways I personally hunt down dividend paying stocks and funds, how I make the decision whether to buy it or not. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And don't be shy. If you have any questions, please post them for me in the comment section below. See you next time.